If you just bought a used car and you don't know how to properly maintain it yet, you need to watch until the end of this video. I'm gonna go through the top 5 things that I would do if I just bought a used car right now in 2026. Well, actually, you know, it's 2025, but we right there, bro. So we're gonna throw 2026 in there, guys. If you're coming from another video, welcome back. Thank you for supporting the channel. And if you're new here, say welcome to Ziggywick, man. We talk about cars, we drive cars, we race them, we fix them. Everything car related, we do it right here on this channel. So go ahead and subscribe. So getting into the video, you just bought a used car. You don't know where to start. The first thing you need to do is change every single changeable fluid in that car. So you're gonna start with your oil change. It don't matter if you got the car and the oil looks clean on it, just change it for peace of mind. Oil changes cost like $50 in total. You buy the oil, you buy the filter. If you don't have tools and you get the tools, it's gonna cost you like $50. And then each time after that, it's gonna be cheaper. If you go to a regular shop that you know the person, go there, get the oil changed. After the oil, you got to knock out the brake fluid, guys. Do not drive around a car with dirty brake fluid. That's bad. Your brakes are one of the most important things on the car. And the only reason I put an oil change above it is because if your engine's blowing up, then you can't drive. And if you're not driving, you're not stopping anyways. Gotta change your brake fluid. There's ways to change it with 2 people. And if you don't have a friend, you can change it with 1 person. There is a one-man method to bleed your brake, and I will make a video on it in the near future because I don't want to unnecessarily open my brake system right now and let air in and have to bleed the whole thing out. If you know a guy named Chris Fix It, search him up on YouTube. He's one of the best in the game, and he has a nice video where he shows how to do the one-man bleeding method on your brakes. And that's the method I currently use whenever I'm bleeding anything brake related or clutch related. It's all the same thing. It's all the same system. It's all the same concept. Make sure you're getting all those fluids changed. If you have an automatic transmission and the car has been getting regular transmission fluid flushes and changes, go ahead and change that too. But if you're not sure and it's high mileage, because we are talking about used cars, so more than likely it's gonna have some miles on it. If it's over like 110,000 miles and you don't know the history of transmission, you just gotta bite the dust and leave it as it is. I'm just gonna be completely transparent with y'all because automatic transmissions are tricky. It's that type of situation where it's like you'll buy it, and if it hasn't been like properly maintained and you go ahead and change the fluid, it might just blow up on y'all. To be honest with you, there's a lot of cases where people buy automatic cars and they change the transmission fluid and it just stops working. And I don't want that to happen to y'all. When I had my Honda Civic, I talk about this almost every single video. I had a Honda Civic. I bought it with 97,000 miles on it. I did not know the history of the car before that because I bought it from a used car dealership. And although they had the Carfax, it didn't show that it was getting regular transmission fluid changes. And I literally just left it alone. Because the worst thing is you go do something to help the car and it just turns out messing it up more. You do not want that to happen to you. You know, if it's a manual transmission, change that fluid also. The top 2 things, your engine oil, your brake fluid, and if it's a manual car or automatic car with regular transmission fluid changes or it has under like 90,000 miles, change the transmission fluid as well. A fluid change can mean a lot to a used car. I'm telling you, every time I change my engine oil, it's like a brand new car. It's baby smooth. So don't underplay fluid changes. These cars run every single day, and it's honestly a miracle that they even run so perfectly for so long, being that there's so much wear and tear on the components inside for each drive. So make sure you're staying up to date with your fluids. The third thing you want to do, you gotta check your brakes. Make sure your brake pads are okay. And if they're not okay, then change your brake pads, guys. When you're coming to a stop, your nice wheels don't help you stop. Your nice paint, the rust-free chassis on the car does not help you stop. Your brakes are the only thing that stop you, guys. Without brakes, your car is just gonna keep rolling. So make sure you check your brake pad. And honestly, unless it's been changed recently, I just go ahead and change it, even if it looks good, just for peace of mind. Because think about it, you're buying a car that somebody else had. You don't know how they treated it. You just don't know what brand stuff they had on it. So the best thing you can do is change as many things as possible so you can then start keeping a proper record of this car. Number 4 is going to be tires, guys. Depending on your driving style, this is gonna affect what type of tires you want to buy. If you're more into high performance driving, you're going to the track, all these things, you wanna buy better tires because better tires are gonna help you grip better. They're gonna be more resistant to, you know, slipping and sliding in different situations, different circumstances. Michelin Pilot Sport 4s are the best, one of the best all-season tires you can buy for your car. It's very highly recommended in the car community. If you're into that type of driving, I would personally recommend that. Every single person with, you know, a high-performing car, that's the set of tires they run. So if you're into that type of stuff, I would recommend those. And if you're just into regular driving, just get a good brand of all-season tires. If you got the extra cash to dish out, buy a dedicated set of summer tires and winter tires. That's gonna get you the best overall possible performance, because in the winter, although all-season tires have evolved a lot and they're really good, they're really, really good. If you live in a state where you get a lot of snow, then you already know that even though all-season tires are good, it gets to a point where you need dedicated winter sets. So if you have the extra bread and you want to be super safe on the safe side, get you a dedicated set of winter tires and summer tires. And, you know, depending on the season, you swap them out. And that's the best possible way you can go about it. So coming this far, we already went down the top 4 things that I would recommend you do as soon as you buy a car. And if you haven't already, make sure you drop in the comments what you think about what I said so far. Drop a like. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure y'all go ahead and do that. Number 5, the final thing that I recommend you do to your car is suspension work. And the only reason I put it this low on the list is because I'm assuming if you bought the car, test drove it before you bought it home, you drove it home, you did all these things, so the suspension is not gonna be horrible. I'm trusting that you guys are making good decisions. You're not buying a car with floaty suspension. You take a turn and the car is leaning, it's about to flip over. It's a used car, right? There's always gonna be something to either upgrade, something to replace. So go through that suspension, check your lower ball joints. If you own a Honda, you know about the lower ball joints. You know about those. It's like a plague in the Honda community. And when they snap, your wheel goes sideways and it like basically like breaks off of the lower control arm, and then you're just stranded on the side of the road. So, you know, I say go through the whole suspension. And if you're into, you know, spirited driving, get you coilovers. It makes the difference. Regardless of what brand you get, it's gonna be better than stock suspension. But make sure you get a nice reputable brand, because there's coilovers out there that they will snap on you. So make sure you're buying from good brands. And if you're not sure what brands are good, literally type in your car and type in coilovers for that car and type in Reddit. And there's people in these forums that were already where you were, that had the same questions you had, and had people that have already been there before previously answer those questions. So, you know, there's no shame in the game. Everybody's not gonna know everything at once. And that's the main reason I make these videos, because I was once looking for a used car. I was once the person that bought a used car and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to start, what even to look at. And I searched up videos like this, and now I have the experience now after 5 years of driving that I can answer these questions, you know what I mean? And I know I'm not giving bad advice. So yeah, one of the main things I would do on any type of car I buy is I'm putting coilovers on it, because it's amazing. I'm telling you, coilovers are one of the best things you can put on a car. It keeps the car nice and planted, way more predictable. I would say it's even a safety upgrade, because there's a lot of situations I've been in, especially on the highway, when you're in these high speed situations, somebody cuts you off, like a deer runs into you. You can make quicker, more sharper maneuvers to get out of the way without worrying about, you know, the car leaning crazy and all those things. But other than coilovers, I would say go through, look at all the bushings, look at your axles, you know, all these things. You might have taken notes from when you bought the car of things that need to be replaced, and go ahead and start knocking things out, because the best type of car is a car that's nice to drive. And a car that is nice to drive is a car that handles good. You know what I mean? If every time you get in your car, you're hearing clunking sounds and all these other things that, you know what I mean, make people scared to drive with you, you gotta look into these issues, guys, and get them fixed quick, because the sooner you get it fixed, the sooner you're gonna be able to enjoy your purchase. I think the GPS is taking us through every single stoplight that it can take us to. But yeah, guys, that is the main things that, you know, I would recommend doing as soon as you bought a used car. That's basically what I did when I bought my car right now. And I did these at different times in a different order. But, you know, being that I did all of them already, if I could go back and do it again, I would definitely do it in this order, because I kind of waited too long to change my fluids, and my brake caliper got seized up because I don't know if you're aware, but if you have dirty fluid too long in your calipers, it messes up the inside of it and how it performs. So my caliper was seized up because my brake fluid in the car was literally just like, it was like mud. It was so mucky. It was so nasty and disgusting. So after I changed it, I put new calipers on it. And now I know, you know, to prevent having to buy new things, you just got to maintain what you already have. That's the most important thing you can do, guys. One of the best things I did was buy a used car as my first car, man, because you realize, you know what I mean, it's just so much more relieving, especially when you're just learning how to drive. I feel like driving a new car gives me like a little bit more anxiety because you're so worried about keeping it nice. What if I mess it up? And I feel like every time I've had a bad situation in this car right now, like I told y'all previously about that time I fell in a pothole and it literally destroyed my upper control arm on the driver's side, and I had to get it replaced. My first thought was, geez, thank God it happened on this car, because if it happened on a newer car, like how would I afford to fix that? You know what I mean? Like a simple $80 part replacement would turn into hundreds of dollars. And if you're not in that space financially to afford those type of fixes, then getting a used car is one of the best things you can do in this economy. There's a lot of deals out there. I know the market is kind of, you know, it's inflated right now because a lot of people are realizing that this is the way to go. People with their cars don't want to let them go because they know they can make a bag off somebody in a desperate situation. And, you know, business is business. That's just life. I want a new car eventually. Like, I feel like nothing beats the experience of having something for the first time. You think of buying the new iPhone versus buying it off eBay. And I've done both. When I was younger, my mom only bought me used phones off eBay because why would she spend thousands of dollars to buy some kid in high school a phone? You know what I mean? And it felt cool. Like when she bought it to me, I'm like, damn, this is lit. I got an iPhone. But now that I'm of age and I'm able to afford these things on my own, I'm like, yo, nothing beats opening the box for the first time and smelling that new iPhone smell. You know what I mean? Buying a new car, nothing will ever replace that feeling, because literally your car, everything that's done to it, you did it. So when you're buying a used car and I'm telling you to do all these things because you don't know how the car was treated before you bought it, you don't got to worry about all of these things. You just got the car right out the factory. And a lot of the times, like, the cars will come with manufacturer warranties or like special dealer perks where you get free oil changes for the first, you know, X amount of miles. I make these videos not to discourage you from buying nicer things in life. There are trade-offs, and the trade-off is the cost and the convenience. And that's the main reason why the experience of going to a dealership and buying a car is so long, it's so draining, because they want you at that point where you're ready to break. Like, you just want the car. You're like, I'll just sign anything, brothers. Get me out of here. I've been here for hours. Like, a dealership is a mental facility where you're literally sitting down with trained, like, mental manipulators, and they'll try to get you to sign off on the most egregious prices because, you know what I mean, that's their living, that's their livelihood. The more you pay for a car, the bigger cut the salesman makes, dealership makes, everybody benefits off you. If you buy it from a used party, right, you know the worth of the car before going in, because you need to be putting these details into Kelley Blue Book and getting a proper used car value on the car you want, and you go within that range. So you know it might be on the higher range or the lower range of what you're looking for, right? And if it's on the higher range, you know, it might be a good car in a good condition. You can work it out with the guy there. And there are times where it's like the people just want to make a bag off you. There's some people on Marketplace that I like to say they're on drugs. You would wonder if they selling a McLaren. Like, brother, it's a Honda Civic. I'm not gonna pay $10,000 for a 2010 Honda Civic, guys. Come on, it's 26 years old. It has over 150,000 miles on it. Like, be for real, a lot of these people need a reality check. But there are some nice deals, guys, and you have to be patient. You gotta look around. Don't bite the first thing that comes, man. You gotta be patient, be strategic. Think, guys, if you're not in a rush, take that to your advantage. That's all I can really say out there. And make sure when you buy that car, you maintain it. You want the car to last you as long as possible. So take the extra steps to save yourself in the long run, guys. Made it this far. Thank you for watching the video. I love and appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Make sure you buy a TSX and travel. Take advantage of these used car deals. Christmas is coming up. People need money to spend for the holidays. A lot of people gonna have cars sitting around that. They gonna put on marketplace for a good deal because they just need a gun. They need that cash flow, guys. Take advantage of this. And be kind on the road, guys. No road rage out here. We have no enemies. Make sure y'all enjoying the holidays, getting your money up. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Peace.